Hi guys, today I chose Where the Wild Things Are by Maurice Sendak. It's, again, one of my favorites, but truly I read this when I was a child. I've read it to my children when they were little, and always when I choose it in the library, students love it. So today we're going to read Where the Wild Things Are. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind and another. And another. His mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to his bed without eating anything. That very night in Max's room, a forest grew. And grew. And grew until the ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through the day and the night. And in and out of weeks and almost over a year to where the wild things are. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars, and they gnashed their terrible teeth, and they rolled their terrible eyes, and they showed their terrible claws. Till Max said, "Be still," and he tamed them with a magic trick of staring into their yellow eyes without blinking once, and they were frightened, and they called him the most wild thing of all. And they made him king of all the wild things. And now, cried Max, let the wild rumpus start. Here are some pictures of the wild rumpus. And here are some more. And look, more. Now stop, Max said, and he sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all the wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then all around from far away across the world, he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being king of where the wild things are. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." And Max said, "No." And the wild things roared their terrible roars, and they gnashed their terrible teeth, and they rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye. And he sailed back over a year and in and out of weeks and through a day. And into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him. And it was still hot. So, do we think that Max really went to where the wild things are? Or do we think that maybe he stayed in his room and he either dreamed or used his imagination to visit there? And what you can do is, right now we can't go very many places, but you can use your imagination to go wherever you want to go, or you could read a book. And when you read a book, it can take you all kinds of places. So, I will see you tomorrow for our last book of our second week of shutdown from school.